Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, to our daily prayer every day at 6 p.m. I'm Alba Morales, and today we are live from Arlington, Virginia, right? We're visiting family finally after so many months of being, secluded, isolated. So, in this beautiful Friday, we're going to start with our centering prayer, our initial prayer that is just a moment for us to calm down, to settle, to give a little bit of compassion to our very own heart, our very own selves, and therefore to open up our mind, our heart to the divinity. Hello, John. Hello, Abby. So good to see you here, friends. Let us start our initial prayer. Dear Father, dear Mother, dear Creator, Supreme Intelligence of the universe, we come to you, thirsty in our souls for the refreshing water of your kindness, of your noble ideas, of your love. May, in this brief moment of prayer, our souls be showered by your kind love. And we also pray for all the spirits that are with us. They are coming daily to these prayers, also in need, because we are all spirits in progress, moving forward in our evolutionary journey. Dearest Father, Mother God, please protect us, guide us, inspire us today in our prayer. Help us to feel the love to one another. Help us to feel our fraternity and solidarity under your name. And may the little light that this prayer made light be shared with others, brothers and sisters, in greater need than us, to our family members, neighbors, community, to our co-workers, to the people that we encounter day to day, but we don't know their names, at the grocery store, or the coffee store, wherever we go. May this light reach them also and give them peace, and so be it. So hello again, friends. Hi, Nora. Hey, Daniel. Thank you for being here. So today we brought a chapter from the book Christian Agenda by our dear spirit author, Andre Luis, through the mediumship of Chico Xavier. And we choose chapter 4, that is called In Your Own Favor. And when we were reading the title, it felt almost like when we were little kids, and your mother, your father, or whoever was the adult who played this role in your life was like I'm telling you this because this is for your own benefit. And you were feeling like, really? I cannot do this, do that, or going somewhere because it's in my own favor, for my benefit? Well, this is exactly the position that Andrea Luis is bringing to us tonight. Why? Because we are spirits still in evolution, and we express in our initial prayer, we are like children, spiritually speaking, still with a lot of room to grow and to develop. So let us pay attention what Andrea Luis is telling us with his fatherly, loving, and kind words. He starts by saying, learn to yield in favor of many, so that some, so that some will intercede on your behalf in disagreeable situations. Like a boomerang, whatever we give, we will receive. And if we give it without expecting anything, it will come back to us at some point in our lives. And the opposite applies as well, isn't it? Whatever we send out with a negative vibration, an action, a word, a thought, it will come back to us and it will hurt us, actually. But he's saying, hey, now that your spirit's in evolution in a planet of the third world, right? We are moving to a better place, still in transition, but pay attention. Do good. That doing good, it will do good to you. Something like that. And Luis continues saying, help without demanding so that others may help you without complaining. Isn't it? Because we are in different states in our life. When we were little children, we needed a lot of help learning to tie our shoes, to zip our coat, you know, to groom ourselves. And we have an adult helping us there without complaining. And then in our adult life, we also need that assistance in different areas. And when we are growing older, we also need the assistance of others, and hopefully with kindness and without complaining. So let us keep in mind that again, whatever we give is what we are going to receive. Be careful in the way you express yourself. Gestures often speaks louder than words. And this is true, especially when we are interacting with children, youth, very young people. The words are kind of an empty speech, but it's our posture. It is the tone of our voice. It is our eyes, the way we are looking at the person. Actually, our brain registers first the body language rather than the oral or verbal one. What happened with the people who has difficulty listening, or some people that they have learning disabilities or some intellectual disabilities? Body language is the one who really expressing our soul. This is especially true when we interact with teenagers. Sometimes as a parents, educators, aunts, uncles, whoever we are the adult in relationship with that teenager, it is not about the words, but it's about the gestures that we have with them. Just being with them in a moment of crisis, being quiet, it is more meaningful than 1,000 words. And sometimes for some adults also, we like to have the company and support of others without saying anything. Just knowing that this dear friend is with me going through this difficult situation, that is enough. Some others, they like to hear things. It depends of also our personality. But let us be mindful of our our body language. Refer to yourself as little as possible. Cooperate fraternally in the joys of your fellow beings. No, being humble. Leave the authorship of good ideas to others, and do not worry if you are forgotten. Be convinced that any noble initiative does not really belong to you, since everything good proceeds originally from God. And we love this paragraph from Andrea Lees because it's a natural tendency almost. When we are successful, when we are accomplishing projects of any kind, it could be at home, we are painting the wall of our room and we are successful in that task, even though we have inspiration from divinity. Everything that is good and beautiful comes from God. So we are now the owners of these ideas. These ideas that Andrea Luis is bringing us tonight through Christian Agenda is those no actually his ideas. They are coming from far above. They are coming from God itself. So this is helping us to understand what to be humble means, isn't it? So let us do good with no hiding agenda, with no expectation. The boomerang of goodness will catch with us, and we know that is God, our Father, our Mother, our Creator, who is taking care of us. Be useful everywhere, but do not attempt to please everyone. Oh, that's a difficult task, isn't it? Do not undertake that which even Christ has still not attained. And this is a call for all the ones who we have the tendency of trying to solve everybody's problems, trying to do everything at home or at the office or wherever we work because we feel we have more than two hands. It's also a trait of personality. But even Christ, when he was incarnated on earth, he didn't come to please everyone. He didn't please the Pharisees and the Roman Empire. It wasn't his interest, but to do good everywhere. Even in the small house of Peter, when they gathered together to talk about the day and what happened in their lives and meditate and reflect about it, or when he was, you know, crossing Galilee, Judea, and walking on all of these places, getting into Jerusalem, he didn't have interest of please. His interest was to help, to assist, to be a shoulder for others, to support. That will be our interest. And in this intention of being useful everywhere is also to be useful for ourselves, isn't it? Because we need to take care of ourselves. So let us not forget about it. We put the picture of a mommy here because it's a normal tendency. Parents have the tendency of being useful and serve everybody at home but themselves. Andrea says that when faced with error, correct it first in yourself and then in others, without violence and without hate. And he finalized with this: if treachery crosses your path, deny it in the honor of indignation. Let us not give them the honor of indignation. Let us not react, is what he's saying. Examine it with a silent smile. Study the process calmly, and shortly afterwards, transform it into something worthy of life. One more time. Andrea Luis is putting the bar really, really high, at least for us. When we were reading this paragraph, uh, we remember when Mother Mary, actually the biological mother of Jesus, she was witnessing how her son was crucified and all the torture and horror of the time, and she was there feeling, the treachery of others. However, she never allowed in her heart the feeling of revenge or the feeling of hatred or the emotion of not welcoming those who were murdering her son. She understood the grandeur of the moment. And although her heart, and is described in the gospel, her heart felt like it was stuck by a knife, even that deep, deep, deep pain, she didn't want it to take revenge or to call for justice. She knew, she looked far of that action, knowing that that was necessary for us to learn. It's a very high goal, but if Andrea Luis brought it to us, like we say at the beginning, talking to us as a little children, that we need to learn the lessons and this is something good for ourselves, let us strive. Let us try. We will fail. We will fail. We are still, uh, how do you say this? We are still building our morality, our spirit. A working process is what we're looking for. But let us try. Let us try. There are no impossible tasks. It's just a matter of being disciplined and try to do it day by day with kindness, with love to ourselves. Let us finalize this short reading with this visualization, if we like. Mother Mary. This is a mediumistic painting that a good friend of actually Chico Xavier have the vision and he dictate with words what he saw. And right now we forget the name of the painter, actually of the artist, and the artist have he consolidates the image like this one, that is the image of Mother Mary, which is a loving, generous, kind spirit that love us as a true mother with this deep unconditional love. So let us feel the deep unconditional love of Mother Mary or any sweet kind spirit that we feel close to us in order to get the strength that we need to go higher and higher as Andrea Luis is inviting us tonight. We are going to close this and we are coming to our prayer, okay? Dear sweet Master of Nazareth, we call your name in this moment as we are reunited in your name. We also call the name of our sweet, kind, and generous Mother Mary. So your light can enlighten us in this moment in which planet Earth is going to very dark, difficult moments. And we reach out to you to ask for strength, spiritual and moral strength, to keep ourselves accountable for our very own acts, words, and thoughts, and knowing that we are doing the best. We are asking you for the strength of working in our own improvement every day, recognizing that we can commit failures and errors, but also recognizing that we are willing to stand up and continue marching because we know deep inside in our heart that our true destiny is happiness and joy and light and wisdom. Dear Jesus, dear Mother Mary, please help us to get rid of our negative tendencies, to get rid of the reaction when we feel offended, and instead meditate and act accordingly to the laws of love. Dear Mother Mary, embrace our hearts that are suffering, that are torn because our own experiences, our own obstacles, or someone that we love is suffering at the moment, comfort our hearts, comfort our souls. Give us your grace. Give us your light of hope. Please take out from our spiritual eyes these dark glasses that deform reality so we cannot see what spirituality is waiting for us. There is a bright future for all of us, humans, inhabitants of planet Earth. Let us not fall into desperation. Let us not fall into temptation. Let us not fall into negativity and hatred. Help us. Help us in these moments of trial and tribulations to be like little lights in our very own homes, to be like little candles in our community, in our workplaces, and wherever we go, and they can recognize us. Because even though we are undergoing difficult situations, we are serene and joyful, like true Christians at the beginning of the Christianity era. Oh, dear Jesus, older brother, kind friend, sweet Mother Mary, we extend our requests to our brothers and sisters that are suffering of famine, even though in the 21st century. Bring them the food that they need for their physical body and for their spirits. We pray for all of those who are living years and years in refugee camps, in very dire conditions, every day trying to survive physically and morally. May your kind and sweet and strong spirits bring them hope and resignation so they can be successful in this terrible trial. We pray for our children. We pray for our youth. We pray for babies and toddlers. We pray for these new bodies and old souls that were very brave of coming in these moments of planet Earth. We pray for them so they don't forget their mission. We pray for them so they can renew the surface of planet Earth with their songs of love, with their testimonies of righteousness and good morality. We pray for all children and youth who are undergoing very difficult situations, especially the ones who are in the foster system, especially the ones who are going to places in which they are not welcome and they don't feel love. May the loving spirits of Mother Mary embrace them in their arms every night so they know they are loved and they have mothers and fathers in the spirit realm that care for them. Jesus, Mary, we are still in pandemia mood. There are still so many places in need of resources. There are still so many people in need of vaccination. There is a new variation of the virus with the Delta virus that is already hitting other countries. Have mercy. Have mercy on us and help us to go strong and joyful to these trials. Even if the landscape seems very dark and terrible, we know that the sun is always shining above the dark clouds. It is with faith, with hope, and with joy that we conclude tonight's prayer. and so be it. Dear friends, we hope everybody is feeling well. Remember to drink your water. We forgot to bring our water here, but we can serve a glass of water and pray. It's a good medicine for the soul. May all of you have a beautiful weekend. May all of you be guided and protected by the good mentors, and see you next Friday. Bye.